They just don't make war movies like this anymore. Welcome to the Daily Neitz, a daily look at classic films, modern cinema, and the world of professional wrestling. And today I'm talking about the 1962 epic Lawrence of Arabia. And you can really only describe this movie as epic. First of all, it's nearly 4 hours long, but it doesn't quite feel like it. You only realize it when you hit intermission and it's 2 hours and 20 minutes in and we're at the halfway point. But it's a huge scale. They've shot this film in the desert on 70 millimeters, so everything feels massive and you feel overwhelmed by just the size of the desert. And then the story itself is one man, a British was a lieutenant, I think, at the beginning of the film. He's promoted a few times, but a British lieutenant unites different Arab tribes to overthrow the Turkish rule in that region of the Middle East. So it's this giant scale, giant scope, huge stakes for this film, and it carries it so well with the cinematography. And the cinematography is what most people hear of when they hear about this movie. It's the long shots of the desert with a camel in the distance, and that's the common, mockery of the movie. But there's so much more than that. Peter O'Toole plays Lawrence, and he is so charming and so witty at the start of the movie, which makes his character at the end, when he's depressed and feels like he has nothing much left to live for, like that much more jarring. The arc his character takes, and he plays it so well. Prince Obi-Wan Kenobi, Alec Guinness is fantastic. I don't want to get into the whitewashing and the historical inaccuracies with this movie because it's 54 years old now. It was a different time. If they made it this year, I'd talk about it, but you can't blame them too much in 1962. But yeah, Alec Guinness is great. Omar Sharif is fantastic in his role as Sharif Ali. Just wonderful performances, wonderful cinematography, and excellent writing, in my opinion. Just everything had that weight to it. And it was a very lighthearted movie for a war movie. Growing up, when I have, I'm used to movies like Saving Private Ryan and like Full Metal Jacket and these post-Vietnam era war movies where everything is bloody and depressing and the worst. So it's really nice seeing a war movie shot before Vietnam, when we weren't as jaded as a culture towards the act of war. So everything's done a little bit more lighthearted, and the soldiers are heroes. And whether or not you agree with that stance, it's a nice change of pace, and I was able to smile through a lot of scenes, and I was choked up in a few scenes too. The scene where he goes back into the desert to save the guy and comes out, and all you see is that one tiny black speck way off in the distance, and it just slowly gets bigger and bigger as he gets closer and closer. It's like, that's a very powerful scene. And what really helps is the score. It's a classic score. Even if you don't think you've heard it, Google it, you've heard it. But it hits the right beats at the right time to really elicit emotions, and it's a very, very good movie. I definitely enjoyed it. I'm just unhappy that I didn't realize this movie would be so good before now. Going into it, like, it's daunting looking at the runtime, and it's almost 4 hours long, and then just knowing it because of the shots and not the story, I was a little worried I was going to be bored after 20 minutes, but I wasn't. And now I want to go see it like on a big screen, the way it was designed to be seen, and it hasn't been in theaters since 2012 and probably won't be again for years. And I wish I could have gone to see the, whatever it is, like the 8K digital restoration or whatever the newest version is. But I guess I'll just have to wait until the 75th anniversary in 21 years and see it then. Yeah. But that's all I gotta say about Lawrence of Arabia. Wonderful, wonderful movie. If you have an afternoon off, check it out. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what I'm gonna look at yet. I'll probably just scroll through Netflix and see what happens. It's a weekend. Do something a little different. But until then, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me your favorite movie that's over 3 hours long. I don't think I've done that yet. Favorite movie over 3 hours long. Put that in the comments below. Follow me at Daily Neitz on the Twitter. And until tomorrow, bye.